grew into a battle of such size that at a party conference 14 months later, Gorbachev was forced to break all tradition and open the Politburo's secret files on the Yeltsin case.
Comrades, let me speak in purely human terms here. I take what happens at the Politburo to heart. What happens at the Politburo affects me, the General Secretary, most of all. So I'll tell you the real story. We needed an energetic and experienced man, a problem solver. And we saw those qualities in Comrade Yeltsin.
The story Gorbachev was telling began before he came to power, when Boris Yeltsin was still a provincial party boss. Ironically, it was Yegor Ligachev who first spotted Yeltsin's talents.
During Ligachev's trip to Yeltsin's province, he visited people in the factories, shops, and markets. People would stop him and say, "Our first secretary, Boris Yeltsin, is a good leader. Don't even think of taking him away from us to Moscow." That impressed Ligachev. Maybe that's why they transferred him to Moscow.
That is why Yeltsin was proposed as Moscow party leader. And your humble servant put his signature on this. At first, Boris Yeltsin threw himself into his work. He identified problems, and he dealt with them. He did a lot of things to turn around Moscow. And we supported him. We knew that the Moscow party faced a very difficult task.
Stagnation. There was total stagnation of public life everywhere in Moscow. The city's economy was in a disastrous state.
Yeltsin's new position brought him to the top of the Communist Party's Central Committee, straight on to the Politburo. But Yeltsin unceremoniously dropped the hand that had helped him up.
Yeltsin, from the very start, reacted very negatively to Ligachev's style and to Ligachev's way of working with the Central Committee. Even at the 1986 Party Congress, Yeltsin was quite critical, both of the Secretariat and specifically of Ligachev, who ran it.
The Central Committee takes care of everything, from trains to food to fuel. These are important, but more important is the question of staffing. Here their performance is lax. It seems the time is right to restructure the apparatus of the Central Committee.
The Second Russian Revolution will continue on